Buddha.
This is part 2 of the second course of High Principles of Truth. It's called Identifying and Eliminating the Sense Junkie. We are addicted to the human experience. Practicing Tareb in Higher Principles of Truth is like a junkie who checks him or herself into rehab center. It works the NAAA program. It helps bring us back to who we were before addiction took over. When a person's desire for drugs becomes stronger than the love they have for themselves and family, they let go of who they are and become junkies. I grew up around junkies. I've even been one myself. Most of them were decent people before they allowed their addiction to drugs to consume their lives. Junkies do not take care of their responsibilities because they are too busy focusing on how to get the next high. Every penny or possession they accumulate of value goes towards the quick fix, and there is nothing they won't do to get it. Eventually, they all lose touch with the person they were before the desire for drugs took over and become complacent with the person they are now. Every pleasure or happy moment we experience is like that quick fix a junkie craves. It is temporary and unfulfilling, yet we still chase it. Junkies have self-centered, manipulative personalities and a thought process that is one-sided. How can I get high? How can I stay high? Am I not concerned? And I am not concerned about anything that is not in the interest of me or me getting high. It is this mentality that causes them to get jealous of other junkies who have more drugs than them or get higher than they do. They become angry when plans to get high fall through and they have to be sober for even a night. And they take advantage or steal from good people who try to help them. They lie and cheat and have sex with people they think can better their situation. Junkies believe that their way of thinking is unharmful and rational when in fact it is destructive and unreasonable. If we take a close look at our minds, we will see that we are not much different than them. We are just sense junkies instead of drug junkies. How so? Our whole life revolves around trying to get that next sense-based high. We desire what looks good to the eye, what tastes good to the tongue, smells good to the nose, feels good to the body, sounds good to the ear, and is perceived as good by the brain. Which means our whole life is engrossed by chasing after a sensual desire. Sensual desire is the reason why we crave tasty foods and mindless chatter, sex and cuddling, physical affection, love and attention, pleasant sounds and music and words, and good conversation and background noise and good movies and scenarios and beautiful forms. The human personality is a creation desire and the desire hallucination. As sense junkies, we too are completely unreasonable with thought processes that see things from a one-sided view. How can I be happy? How can I stay happy? And I'm not interested in anything that doesn't concern me being happy. We get jealous of people who seem happier or like they have more than us. We think more means happier. This view is a misconception. We get upset or angry when plans to have a good time fall through and we have to spend the night alone, bored, with no excitement. We have all gotten over on or taken advantage of someone who has been kind and generous to us, who has tried to give us that moment's worth of happiness, that quick fix. We lie, cheat, manipulate others, betray our friends, have sex with multiple partners to get a moment's worth of happiness and think that it is perfectly normal to behave in this manner. We justify our behaviors. I ask God to forgive me on Sunday so my sins are washed away. At least I know I'm not out there killing and raping and robbing anyone. So what if I like to have fun? These are justifications. These justifications turn into the cycles of love and hate, which derives from the desire hallucination and becomes the human personality. We are literally imprisoned by it. The human personality is terrified that one day we will catch on to its elaborate scheme to keep us unknowing, chasing sensual desire, while it controls our whole situation. Would you mind shutting this door? Lifetime after lifetime, it schemes and impairs our remembrance of who we truly are, which is gods and goddesses inhabiting this fleshly body. Some of you might be thinking, this guy is out of his damn mind. Everyone loves me and I love my bubbly personality. But does your bubbly personality love you? If it did, it would expose itself willingly, give you your power back and let you go free, instead of making you go to war with it. Higher principles of truth is the shape that pokes holes through the human personality until it bleeds out and dies. That's what I have here. Contemplate this. When you desire to see something funny, have a taste for something sweet, want to hear your favorite song, or want to feel someone next to you, who is it? Who is it that wants to feel these things?
The Lord Jesus Christ. I mean, if you're willing, He's
This
there.
isn't a. This is just a. Who is it that wants to feel these things? Who wants to feel sexual desire?
All of us.
Every night.
Who wants to taste these good things? You say myself? But is yourself the tongue? Because it's the tongue that wants to taste something good. If you have a taste for something good, you got something sweet, you can't wipe it on your eyeball and taste it. You got to taste it with your tongue. If you want to hear something good, you can't hear the music with your skin. Ooh, this song feels good. It's got to go through the ear. So then we say, well, if it's the ear that wants to hear something good,
It's a situation you have to go through sometimes, you know.
this is not a what's it called? A discussion group. This is just a group. 30 more minutes, you guys are done. You guys don't even. It's just an hour-long group. It's not a. You know what I'm saying? This is the only thing you guys got to do today.
All right, sorry about that. Then.
Yeah. So, whatever. Well, let's talk about the eye, okay? The eyes themselves. Just your eyes. You see something and it looks good. Okay, well, if the eye, I know it's going to sound weird, but bear with me. If the eye can't taste, how does it know that those M&Ms, that M&M, because that's what I was looking at. When I look at that M&M packet up there, that shit looks good to me. But the eye can't taste it. So how does the eye tell in the mouth that it's going to be good for it?
You already tasted it before.
Hmm?
You already tasted it before.
I tasted it before.
Yeah.
And so with this being said, that the eye knows what the mouth wants, and the ear knows what the mouth wants, because this is what we say. We keep saying it's myself that wants these things. But these things separate. Okay? Your eyes can't desire something without the brain. Your ears can't desire something without the brain. Everything is connected to the brain, or the motor skills. Or we can start looking into what it actually is, or the frontal lobe, or the pineal gland. We can start breaking down what it is. What is in here that has a desire. It has nothing to do with your physical body, because there is no physical body without the mind. You need the brain. Now, there is no brain without a neurotransmitted wave. I'm breaking it down like this because I want you to understand these things that you want and that you crave or that you think. Who is it that you really think that you are that really wants these things? How do you know that you really want these things when it's these things, it's energy that's wanting these things? You are energy. That's all you are. It's scientifically proven. It's irrefutable. Who is it that's wanting these things? That's why when we contemplate it like this and we break, I want us to look so deep within. We begin to overstand. That's what overstanding is. That's when I say overstanding. There's a difference between understanding. Understanding is subjective. It means it's relative. It's personal. You understand something personally. Yeah, I understand that. You understand it with your comprehension. But when you overstand something, you're looking at it from the outside, looking in. You're looking at yourself from a higher level of state of consciousness. You're asking yourself, why? Why do I want this woman? Why do I want this drug? Why do I want to feel anything? Why? Why do I think it's going to make me happy? The last 10 happened. The last woman didn't. The last man didn't. The last friend didn't. I ate that piece of candy. Okay, you ate the cake. You ate the candy. Okay, it's all gone. Then what? What's next? Desire. Now I want something else. I want something more. I want something better. It is this desire, it is this drive, this hallucination that causes every single piece of pain inside of our life. You can't be tempted by something you're not interested in at all. We're so caught up in what I want. First of all, we just sat here and talked about it. We don't know who I is. Because if you say I, who is I? What, a body? A title that somebody gave you? You weren't your name, but you weren't allowed when you were in the womb. Somebody gave you that name. And then somebody gave you another name that was on top of another name, was on top of another characteristic that names you ear. But when all your body parts separated, it is no longer, it's just an ear, it's just an eye, it's just a nose, it's just a nose. Something has to flow through the senses in order to make an eye. Something is inside of you that makes the eye. Who is that? Who is controlling you? Because you say, I am controlling me. Yeah, I'm in control. But then we find ourselves in situations, we say, did I do that? Why did I do that? Or we find ourselves saying, that wasn't me. That was out of my character. If you knew who I was, who me was, then you would never make a wrong choice or wrong decision because you would be making it from your own mind. So who really is in control? Is it you or is it the desire?
Yourself.
It's the desire. And it's the desire that has totally consumed us. We let it take over. We're on straight autopilot sometimes. I used to play this game called Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Dude was just crazy. He'd just go out and Tommy Vercetti. He'd just be killing, shooting down helicopters and stuff like that. I said, Tommy Vercetti, he goomed out. I'm Tommy Vercetti, though. You remember this game I'm talking about? Tommy Vercetti. Okay. That's not how things operate in the real world, right? Okay? These delusions that we have, that we think are ourselves.
It's all a game if you want to play it in your mind. Just like you play that game, it's a game. That's how you want to represent yourself. You play that game, that's what you're going to see in mind. You think that's what it
excuse me, this isn't a group for that. But and this is on 2 or 3 different cameras. You can't go tell a case manager something other when you get this strike. So now we go to, some of you might be thinking, oh, wait, I already said all that. Okay, we're almost done here. Contemplate this when you desire to see something funny, have a taste for something sweet, want to hear your favorite song, or want, hey, can you guys leave, please? Go to your, go ahead and go to your room.
I can't get in. You always have to open my door. I can't get in.
Well, you should have moved, but you can step outside of the group or go to his room.
I don't think that would be.
Okay, don't worry about it. We'll get a breathalyzer room, get a breathalyzer test right after this. No, you guys just stay here. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You guys want to play a game? Playing games with the wrong
Maybe I
guy.
appreciate it.
No, don't worry about it. No, you guys keep having a seat.
No, it's cool.
My dad will be back here in a minute. I think he got some drug tests, and we'll just check up on you. check up, see how you guys are moving. Yeah, don't worry. Oh, yeah, shake your head. I got you, ma'am. How about that? Come in fucked up, fucking with my group. Are you serious? That is great, Craig. It is the eye, tongue, ear, or body. Seeing as a thought, your sense organs are not something separate from you. They cannot desire, want something you don't. So where are you located? Oh, no. Oh, where are you located? As humans, we tend to associate the mind with physical organs, when in fact, it is mind who creates and controls them. Our mind is pure energy, capable of taking us beyond this mundane reality to the source. Our sole purpose of being born, human, which is evolution, the transcendence back to what we are. The body is a receptor site. It is like a phone or a radio. It receives a signal from the universe, which we have personalized and created an identity out of. Like customizing the settings of a smartphone to your liking, but still, it is the company that owns the service or the signal, not you. This personalized identity is not who we are, but rather what we created out of the universal signal. Let me explain this. This is kind of a crazy concept a little bit. It's kind of a crazy concept, but bear with me. Because if you think about a microwave, have you ever seen the actual microwave? The actual microwave that goes through there that heats up the food? No. You just see the shell of the microwave. We got cell phones. Do you see the internet around it? No. But the internet is obviously present inside this device, this receptor site. Everything that has energy flowing through it needs a receptor site, and the power flows through whatever the frame is, whatever the carcass is, whatever, you understand what I'm saying? So, with that, all these waves, these microwaves, these gamma waves, the cameras, how is the camera receiving the dang image? Thought about that over and over again. Where did the image go? What's going on with the internet? Why can't we, how does it all work? But we can't see none of it though. That's crazy. That's the same way we are inside the body. The universe is actually flowing through the body. When you break that cell phone, if I break the cell phone break, does the internet? No. Because you can go get you another phone and press what? Boop, boop. Let's reboot this and let's restore and let's get this stuff cracking. And your exact settings will come right back on that phone. That's how the body and the mind are. How about that? So all this, I'm me, I'm this, you have nothing to do with this external plane at all. You are not physical, you're not a body. You are waves. Waves that are higher than every other wave around us, yet we are weaker than everything around us. How is this? The personalized identity is not who we are, but rather what we create out of the universal signal. Once we realize that we are the signal, we become one with the universe, in the know of all things manifesting in limitless forms. To know is to completely transcend worldly conditions and be fully awake, aware, and conscious at the time of physical death and beyond it. The mind itself cannot die. The body can die. The cell phone can break. The microwave could die. But not the microwave. Not the internet. Not the mind. We don't die. break down here what I just broke down there. Mind, like cell phone service or internet, is streaming. It is always present. While the body is temporary and fragile, like an old flip phone. But together they create the human experience. This is the way it is. You can see it for yourself in meditation. Here I've just explained a hidden universal phenomena, complicated in concept and unseen in a faith state of mind. I speak to you from a free mind, from a mind able to see and know the truth. Nowadays, most spiritualists, religious leaders, and self-help authors would rather deceive the masses and sugarcoat the facts and sell books than to uncover the whole truth, the ultimate reality. Something I doubt they'll ever know anything about. This is where I'm going to go ahead and stop.